Hi James, I want to redo the whole Qenda protocol as I started as I still had one tub, but wanted to ask you if you thought it could affect hormone levels. I have low estrogen, and since taking Qenda, my symptoms are worse. I was thinking that maybe having more bowel movements and more regular could affect the amount of estrogen that is naturally recirculating in the gut, so less estrogen in the whole body. Do you think this is plausible? Maybe it's just by chance, but it's weird my symptoms have got worse after week 10. No, after a week, 10 days on Qenda. Let me know your thoughts and if using everyday fibre will be more suitable. Thank you. Yeah, hey Anonymous. So, yeah, you're exactly right. Your liver processes excess estrogen and dumps it into the intestines, and then the Qenda can come along and actually carry that excess estrogen out. So you may in the short term see a bit lower estrogen, and of course it depends on where you are in your cycle as well, because obviously progesterone balances the estrogen out, and depending on where you are in your cycle, your estrogen levels will fluctuate as well. That being said, the Qenda's working on more stuff than just moving stuff out of the intestines, and the reason why you can have imbalances with like low estrogen and stuff like that is because when you can have infections, overgrowths inside your body, which is probably the reason why you wanted to have the cleanse in the first place and help balance your hormones. So what I'm saying is, in the short term, estrogen could go down. Obviously, check where you are in your cycle, because that's going to be a factor. But in the long term, it's going to help balance your body, to balance your hormones, basically. We can say that Qenda is great for reproductive organs, for urinary tract health as well. So as you're cleansing, it can take out any toxicities in the urinary tract, in the reproductive organs, and obviously it's helping when the intestines are flowing, it's helping the liver process everything in your body. So in the short term, you might see a bit of a drop in estrogen, but also low estrogen symptoms can also mimic detox symptoms and digestive symptoms as well. So factoring all that in, you do know your body, but on the whole, doing the Qenda cleanse and doing a full Qenda cleanse will help balance your hormones. Obviously, you've got adaptogenic herbs in there like ashwagandha that help your body stay in balance. However, yeah, in the short term, you might see lower estrogen, but in the long term, it's going to help balance everything out. And you're exactly right. The fact that when your intestines are flowing, the Qenda can take out the excess estrogen and toxins in the bowel, so it may come down a little bit, but just make sure that it's not just detox symptoms or digestive health symptoms as well, and that's creating that. So yeah, if you and because you want to redo the whole Qenda protocol, like I say to people, like people are like, oh, how often should I do a cleanse? And I say, when you've done a cleanse, then you know how healthy your body feels, and that's your set point, that's your baseline for health. And then when it starts going down again, it's probably time for another cleanse, because you know you've built up some toxicities in the body and you need to help balance the body. So that being said, I do think the Qenda Ultimate Fibre is the right one. It will help balance the hormones long term, but in the short term, it might have just took some estrogen that's circulating out of the intestines. But if your liver's putting it in the intestines, it obviously wants it to excrete that. By doing the Qenda, it should help balance your hormones long term, but short term, it could be taking some estrogen out. So yeah, very plausible. And you said, let me know your thoughts if using everyday fibre will be more suitable. Like I said, I think the reason why you, excuse me, because there's just a plane landing behind me. Like I said, I think the reasons why you're having the Qenda and wanting to do a protocol is right. Everyday fibre can just help keep stuff regular. It can deal with the leaky gut. Oh, sorry, there's a plane landing. Yeah, it can keep stuff regular, can help deal with the leaky gut, and keep you feeling good, because there's some bitter herbs in there and stuff like that. But yeah, if you're feeling called to do another Qenda cleanse, you're only on day 10. So if you zoom out and look long term, it'll definitely help your hormone health when you get rid of whatever's going on, whether it's bacterial overgrowth, yeast, or fungal infections, parasites, even viral infections. It'll help with all that. So, and like I said, Qenda's really good for helping maintain healthy reproductive and urinary tract organs. So yeah, I think you're on the right track. But like I said, you're only 10 days in, so short term estrogen might go down a bit, and obviously check where you are on your cycle. But long term, I think it'll help balance your hormones.